Welcome to Darklight Archives. Death is inevitable, but for some, it arrives in ways so bizarre, so unimaginable, that their stories become legend. These are 5 of the most unthinkable real deaths in recorded history. Let's begin. Number 5. The inventor killed by his own invention, Franz Reichelt. Franz Reichelt, known in the press as the Flying Tailor, was an Austrian-born inventor and tailor living in Paris. In the early 1910s, he became obsessed with creating a wearable parachute suit designed to save pilots forced to abandon their aircraft mid-flight, a genuine concern in the early days of aviation. After multiple failed dummy tests, Reichelt grew convinced that only a live trial from a great height would prove his design's success. He petitioned French authorities for permission to use the Eiffel Tower as his testing ground. On the cold morning of February 4th, 1912, Reichelt climbed the first platform, 57 meters or 187 feet above the ground, wearing his bulky 9-kilogram parachute suit made of silk, rubber and canvas. Despite pleas from his friends and onlookers, Reichelt jumped. Tragically, the parachute never deployed. Witnesses described his fall as a stone dropping. He hit the frozen ground with devastating force, suffering fatal injuries and leaving a small crater in the soil. French newspapers dubbed him Le Tailleur Volant, the Flying Tailor. In modern times, his story has drawn comparisons to Icarus, the mythological figure who flew too close to the sun. But historically, Reichelt was remembered as the Flying Tailor, a man undone by his own invention. His jump was captured on film, one of the earliest recorded accidental deaths. Number 4. Death by beard, Hans Steininger. Hans Steininger served as the burgomaster or mayor of Braunau am Inn, Austria in the 16th century. Steininger became famous for his record-breaking beard, which reportedly grew to 4.5 feet or 1.4 meters long. He typically kept it rolled and secured in a leather pouch. In 1567, a massive fire broke out in the town as Steininger fled in the chaos. He either forgot to tuck in his beard or it came loose. He tripped over it while descending a staircase or fleeing down the street. Accounts vary, and broke his neck in the fall. The beard that indirectly caused his death was preserved and can still be seen on display at the local museum in Braunau am Inn, a unique reminder of one of history's strangest accidental deaths. Number 3. The lawyer who died proving a window's strength, Garry Hoy. Garry Hoy, a respected 39-year-old corporate lawyer in Toronto, Canada, worked for the law firm Holden Day Wilson in the city's Toronto Dominion Bank Tower, a skyscraper featuring massive tempered glass windows. Hoy was known for a party trick. He would run full speed and hurl himself against the glass walls to prove their strength. Tempered glass indeed is designed to withstand extreme force. On July 9th, 1993, during a tour for visiting students, Hoy repeated his stunt, throwing himself against a 24th floor window. The glass didn't break, but this time the entire window frame popped out, sending Hoy plummeting 300 feet or 91 meters to his death. The coroner later confirmed the glass stayed intact the entire fall. It was the frame that failed. Garry Hoy's tragic death is still taught in engineering ethics courses as a cautionary tale about material failure. Number 2. The man who laughed himself to death, Alex Mitchell. In 1975, Alex Mitchell, a 50-year-old bricklayer from King's Lynn, England, settled in to watch the British slapstick comedy show The Goodies, known for its absurd humour. That night's episode, Kung Fu Kappas, featured a character using a black pudding as a weapon in a martial arts spoof called Eki Thump. Mitchell found the scene so hilariously absurd that he burst into uncontrollable laughter. According to his wife, who watched helplessly, Mitchell laughed non-stop for 25 straight minutes, gasping for air and finally collapsing. He died of heart failure, likely triggered by the intense laughter. Doctors later speculated that Mitchell may have had long QT syndrome, a genetic heart condition known to cause sudden death when the heart is overstimulated. Years later, his granddaughter was diagnosed with the same disorder, adding weight to the theory. His widow later wrote to the Goodies, thanking them for giving her husband such a joyous exit. Number 1. Death by carrot juice overdose, Basil Brown. Basil Brown, a 48-year-old British health enthusiast, was committed to clean living and believed that extreme vitamin consumption would purify his body. In 1974, Brown began drinking roughly a gallon of carrot juice every day, while also consuming massive doses of vitamin A supplements, around 10,000 times the recommended daily intake. After just 10 days, Brown's skin turned bright orange due to carotenemia, a harmless condition from excessive beta-carotene, but inside his liver was failing, hypervitaminosis A, vitamin A poisoning, set in. Basil Brown died of liver failure directly caused by vitamin A toxicity. Medical examiners called it a tragic case of death by carrot juice, one of the most unusual self-inflicted deaths in modern history. From the flying tailor's fatal leap to a man literally laughing himself to death, these stories remind us that the end can come in ways no one could ever imagine. Which one shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy exploring dark, bizarre, true stories, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Until next time, stay curious and careful.